Hello guys, and welcome back to another video about Unreal Engine. In this video I will show the progress that I made since last time. It will not really be a tutorial, but more like a demonstration, and I will quickly mention a few things on how I made it. So let's take a look at it. So I have been working with these kind of angled vertical edges, so that now you can jump up here and you can get the character to turn around, and it does look good, but kind of good, but it has some issues here and there. As you can see here, he's getting the jitters, and that's basically happening because he's mid-angle between two edges. So yeah, need to take a look at that. But right now I only use one one trace forward to check this. So I think I need to add some more and think about how to also handle when I come to a corner. Because right now if I just walk like this, he's just gonna fall off. So it doesn't really work in that way, that situation. Actually had one situation where it did work. Okay, never mind. Okay, and then the other thing I also improved a little bit on was the wall run. He is now able to what do you call that? Initiate the wall run a little bit further away from the wall, and then he doesn't snap to the wall. So if you take a look at it from the side, you can see, well, he does go through the wall a little bit, but the previous version I had, he would kind of, once you activated the wall run, he would snap into this position and then run upwards from this position. So yeah, I fixed that, I think, kind of. Okay, let's see. All right, so okay, oops. Okay, I think that's it for the demonstration. Let's take a brief look at how it's done and what changes I made. So if you have followed my other videos, you will know most of this, and you will also notice that I changed to my other hobby or playground. The level is different, and it is because it's a different project. I've been working with two projects, and eventually it became too much time consuming to maintain both of them. So from now on, I think I may just go with this project, which is the original one I made. But they are very much similar. So inside our event tick, we have this stuff going on with all these things that need to happen, execute on each tick. And we have the check climbing state. And the check climbing state is checking if we are facing a wall and making sure that if we come outside the wall, it's gonna drop down from the ledge. And we're using this facing wall function, which I changed the trace distance to wall from 200 to 300, so just to allow that wall run to initiate a little bit earlier. Okay, so this is wall tracer. This is the forward trace we talked about, and if you don't know what is going on in here, you need to go back and watch some of the other videos. Anyway, let's continue. So from facing a wall, we check, okay, if we are not, if we are facing a wall, then we want to rotate the character to wall. And in here we have, I think we have had most of this before. This is the stuff that takes the forward vector and rotates it 180 to make him turn the correct way. And the forward vector is hit normal. That's the impact normal from the facing wall. Okay. So what I did in the meantime was to take and add and rotate interrupter or R interrupter, just to smooth out that rotation. If you unplug this and take a look at how it will affect the movement, then you will see that stuff like this is gonna happen, and that's not so good. So kind of needed that. It took me a little bit trial and error to figure out this. And it basically just smooths out the motion and makes sure that yeah, he stays. Okay, so one other thing is that as a side effect of this rotation, each time I rotate him, he gets a little bit offset outwards relative to the wall, and we can see that if we unplug that last bit here, this one. So if we play again and just start to walk around, whoop, stuff is happening. Okay, so as you can see, maybe looking from the side, the distance to the wall gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and even if I walk the other way around, it still gets bigger and bigger with each turn. And I haven't really figured out why that happens, but I think it's got something to do with the rotational pivot point. Anyway, I did not manage to fix this in other way than add this check saying this stuff here. So I'm using this "Are we facing a wall" again, and notice this. This is actually the same trace as out here. So right now it just occurred to me that maybe I can use I could just feed in the impact point. I think I'm gonna do that in the next video, off video, because this is basically just the same. I don't need to make that trace twice. It's gonna waste my performance, of course. But anyway, you need the impact point. And then I subtract 42 units from my facing direction, which is getting from the capsule. And the reason for the 42 is that, if you remember on the capsule in the viewport, you can see the capsule component has a radius of 42. So subtracting 42 from the impact, if we imagine the impact point is right in front of him here, that is going to be right where he is now. So that's going to put him right on glued to the wall. So that's what this one is doing. So it's setting the capsule wall location to that position. And this check here is jumping for ledge, is just to make sure that, well, since we jump and wall run, actually if I just make both of them go in, you can see what is going on, maybe. So if I run towards the wall, it's kind of difficult to see, but you can maybe see slightly that he's snapping to the wall. Let's see if I can, here, he just snaps into the wall, right, when I press jump. Okay, so what I did was to say, okay, if I'm in the middle of jumping towards the ledge, then I don't, only then I want to set this. So once he reaches the ledge, then he will start to fix on it again. So here you can see it in slow motion. Well, his legs is going pretty far into the wall, but not much to do about that right now. But in real motion or real time, it looks kind of satisfying, I think. Alright, so one other thing that the positioning is fixing is that because we're now tracing 300 units, so when I press jump right here, he's going to snap to this ledge. and it has this side effect because well, it will put him there because the tracer says that he is facing a wall. So if I'm standing kind of like here and I press jump, maybe nothing happens because okay, I need to have some speed. Okay, so it's gonna snap him to the wall. You can also work with this a little bit and see if, well, if make some other checks to improve on this, and I think I'm gonna do that eventually, but just wanted to mention it because I know I have some issues right now with this setup, and also as mentioned, I do not currently have a solution for climbing, for example, like this. This is just gonna stop him, but I think it's pretty clear to me that I need to make another trace somewhat. I haven't figured out which direction I want to shoot it, and also because I want to be able to support this this kind of angle. So I think that's it for this video. Hope you liked it, and if you have questions to anything, just let me know. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.